moving on to this Anthony Edwards commercial. Now I've noticed when it comes to Anthony Edwards, if you heard me talk before, I definitely have a lot of unpopular opinions when it comes to Anthony Edwards. And quite frankly, it all comes from basketball. Again, this is just going to be another example of people caring more about everything else but the actual game. And I'm not denying that Anthony Edwards plays great. Again, he plays good basketball. I'm not saying that he's not a good player. Is he a good leader? Has he been effective enough? I think people get distracted with the Edwards antics that they don't hold him accountable for his lack of getting the postseason done. How many times has he failed in the postseason? When are we finally going to see him do something? And every time I see people talk about Anthony Edwards, they always make the excuse about what type of team he has around him. Well, then how come LeBron got it done? You feel what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to hype up Anthony Edwards to a level of superstar, then we need to hold him accountable. So what? He got a terrible team. I don't think he has a bad team around him at all. I think that's excuses for the Anthony Edwards stands. But nonetheless, I did enjoy this commercial. Everything he said was pretty accurate. I don't know the guys who were highlighted in the commercial, which is Wemby, SGA, Giannis, and Luka. I don't know if them highlighted. Oh, okay. Well, I just played the commercial. I thought y'all could see it. Dang. Okay. Well, I feel like all of them highlighted in that moment in the commercial, I truly believe that he thinks that they're the top. But what's interesting to me is when Wemby said a month or so ago, he said his top three that he thinks are the greatest include Giannis and SGA, but he did not even mention Anthony Edwards. So I kind of find it funny how Anthony Edwards is talking about these top 5 guys or top 4 guys that he considers greats, but when everybody else is having a conversation, he's never in it. Ever. And dropping a commercial with your shoes, and we've seen your commercials in the past. It's great. It's cool. Like, this generation is full of trolls. This generation is all about being funny and kiki kaka and who could come up with the most creative thing for the internet. The internet gangsters. Like, we all see that. But when it comes time for Anthony Edwards to show up for his team, he's nowhere to. He very rarely shows up in the moments that truly matter. And the fact that not people don't talk about that enough really blows my mind. I made a video talking about how good the Wolves performed without Anthony Edwards, and we've seen them have a lot of success this year playing against teams without him. So I just want to know. I'm not saying Anthony Edwards could probably be on any team and be good, but is he going to be on any team and actually bring them to some wins? And sitting at the West, they always end up with a great position. They always end up in the playoffs with Anthony Edwards as the face of the foundation of the organization. But being the face of the league, I think sometimes Anthony Edwards, he claims he doesn't care about it. But I think if it really came time for him, if he cares about being the greatest in a commercial, but in how you carry your attitude and yourself, but then when the time comes for them to say, hey, you're the next face of the league, and you say, I don't care. I could care less. Which one is it? Don't you want to be the greatest? Don't you want to be the face of the league? I think it is, because right now you're not going to get it, because right now, as good as you are, you don't have what it takes to truly bring a team to success the way other greats before you have done, despite who you have around. So I think we need to open our eyes and really pay attention to how Anthony Edwards affects his team, and also the lack of growth that Anthony Edwards has had. We don't see him improve his game. At least Shai Gilgeous can say he's gotten significantly better at shooting the three. And you see his growth year by year. We can't say with Anthony Edwards, we could say this man kind of stays in the same areas on the court. He does the same antics. And then when they're losing, he plays hero ball and takes a lot of shots. Now, it's normal for the first option to take a lot of shots. It's not like abnormal. But I think he has a good enough people around him who have improved over the years, i.e. Jaden McDaniels, i.e. Naz Reid, i.e. they gave him a shooter out of Dante, And then you have Rudy Gobert. I know all the people claim Rudy sucks and all this other stuff and the wops, but so what? The Wolves have the Anthony Edwards is not the only reason the Wolves have made it where they've made it. Like, we need to wake up and really pay attention to what's going on when he's playing. So my lower third is Anthony ego growing faster than his game? I like to say yes. When is Anthony Edwards going to get himself to the line? I mean, when is he going to show up for his team as a leader instead of, oh, I'm just that guy. Y'all need to pass me the ball because I'm going to make it. I'm going to make stuff happen. You're not making nothing happen. Tell me a postseason that you've made it to the chip. All right, bet. You haven't made nothing happen yet.